Well, hello again, my darlings, and fans of the macabre. Welcome back to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls and Tales of Terror. Today, I am happy to announce I am once again covering a longtime supporter of the channel and a wonderful author, BlairDaniels. She's been on a bit of a break, and I'm excited to do a new one from her. So, away we go. I found a button on the back of my head. I was brushing my hair when I found it. A little nub on the back of my head, no bigger than a scab or a mole. I rubbed it, scowling at myself in the mirror. A pimple? A mole? A tick? It didn't hurt when I touched it, at least. So that probably ruled out a pimple. Hey, Greg, can you come here for a second? The door swung open. What's up? There's this thing on the back of my head. Can you take a look? Sure. I carefully parted my hair as he bent over behind me, squinting at the back of my head. The seconds stretched on. Well? What is it? I'm not sure. What do you mean you're not sure? Well, it sort of looks like, a button. I squinted at him in the mirror. What? Here, I'll take a photo. He pulled his phone out from his pocket and leaned over my head. After clicking a photo, he passed the phone over to me. I stared at the photo. He was right. It did remind me of a button. It was smaller than I imagined. From the size of the surrounding hair, it looked like it was only a few millimeters in diameter. No hair grew on it or around it. It was the color of my skin, but oddly flattened on top. But the weirdest part was where it met with my scalp. There was a harsh, dark line encircling the nub, like it wasn't actually contiguous with my skin. Geez, you're right. It does look like a button. I gently rubbed my finger over the top of it. Then I felt the mole on the left side of my scalp, the one I've had since birth. They felt nearly identical. I think it's just a weird-looking mole, I told him. He slid his hand through my hair, his fingertips finding the button. What do you think will happen if I press it? Let's find out. He lightly tapped it. The instant he did, I leaned up and gave him a kiss. Aha! It's a kiss button. Yep. He tapped it again. I kissed him again. He laughed. Oh, I could have a lot of fun with this. Oh, really? He tapped it again and again. I grabbed him by the face and kissed him aggressively. I like this, he said against my lips, raising his eyebrows. And then it happened. He reached over to press it again. At the same moment, I jerked my head upwards for another kiss. His finger hit the nub hard, really hard. A loud click. We both froze. What was that? Greg asked. I don't know. He pulled his hand back, his face going pale. I felt it go down. Oh my God! But I couldn't reply. A cool numbness spread down my neck, across my arms and my legs. My eyes fluttered closed. And then I toppled to the ground. You're awake! Greg's face loomed over me, blurry and muddled, cradling my head in his arms. What What happened? I think you fainted. He could barely meet my eyes. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. He shook his head silently, tears in his eyes, as if he thought it was his fault. We didn't mention the button after that. Just went about our business as usual. I tried to forget all about the incident and just return to normal. But I can't. Because a few days ago, I looked at the photo of us in the family room. It's our wedding photo, propped on the mantel between a ceramic urn and our wedding cake topper. I'm smiling with this huge grin on my face like I'm the happiest girl in the world. Greg has his arms wrapped around me, holding me tight. And there's a small scar under my left eyebrow. A scar I don't have. And that was called I Found a Button on the Back of My Head, and it is by friend of the channel, very busy author, the fabulous BlairDaniels. And hang in there because we are about to do story number 2. And our next story is Marriage Troubles? Try the Love Simulator. Only $19.99 by BlairDaniels. You are so fucking self-righteous. I'm just doing what I think is best. For you or for us? I asked. You know what? I wish I would have married Dan instead. Of course, I didn't mean it. Exes are always better in retrospect, eroded to perfection by the sands of time. But it was too late. Tommy slammed the door in my face. I plopped down on the couch, my heart pounding. After staring at the wall forever, I pulled out my computer and typed into the search bar, "What to do if you married wrong man," hoping for a self-help article or maybe even some sort of wiki-how on divorce. I got something else instead. Marriage troubles? Try the Love Simulator. Only $19.99. Curious, I clicked. I half expected a porn site, which honestly would be fine by me. But it wasn't. A page loaded up, hot pink, New Times Roman on a black background, like some sort of 90s GeoCities monstrosity. Welcome to the Love Simulator. Worried you'll marry the wrong person or that you already did? Find out below. Below were rows. Your name, your love's name, your Facebook page, your love's Facebook page. Click here to upload photos, videos, and sound clips. Remember, the more information you give us, the more accurate the simulation. It's probably nonsense, but I needed a distraction anyway. Maybe I'd get a good laugh. My cursor hovered above the submit button. Then I clicked. The scene that loaded reminded me of The Sims with crappier graphics. A 3D living room, blocky armchairs with ugly brocade textures, a vase with some bubbly things that only mildly resembled flowers. A man sat on the sofa. His face was Dan's, but it was weirdly stretched and warped. His Facebook profile picture was a texture mapped haphazardly to a cylindrical face.
Time is the.
An automated, stilted voice said from the speakers.
I love you.
Despite myself, I laughed. Hi. I love you too.
How are you doing?
Not too good, Dan, to be honest.
I'm
the voice said. Oh, this is kind of neat. Must have some sort of speaking recognition and an AI, like those old AOL chatbots.
Is it about the fight?
Fight? The fight? I said into the microphone.
I'm sorry. I thought with you.
The pixelated still eyes from Dan's profile picture stared at me.
I love you, Casey.
I love you too.
Also,
It started tilting its head.
I am not so righteous like Tommy.
My blood ran cold. What?
I would never slam the door in your face.
My cursor hovered over the X. Click, 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 click. The window didn't close.
Don't try to leave.
He leaned in closer with his deformed head.
You're with me now, Casey.
I slammed the laptop shut. For a second, I thought I'd been successful. But then I heard his voice come through the speakers, muffled through the plastic.
Do you remember how we met?
I nodded, scrunched into the corner of the couch. You stopped me on campus. I dropped my phone. You gave it back.
Did you realize you never dropped your phone?
What do you mean?
I stole it.
A buzzing silence filled the room. My ears rang.
And did you ever realize I wasn't even a student?
A rustling sound came from the speakers.
I worked at the auto body shop next to campus.
I grabbed the laptop and threw it to the floor. Bits of glass and plastic exploded, covering the rug. His voice continued, distorted and low.
I wasn't even a student. Watched you for days. A pretty little away.
3 knocks on the front door. I bolted up, stepped into the foyer. Tommy, is that you? No reply. I'm so sorry for what I said. I'm so sorry. A pretty. Then 5 words came through the heavy oak door. Get out of the simulation. I heard the sound of a key fitting into the lock. The door creaked open. I shut my eyes and screamed. A hand grabbed my wrist, yanked me onto the porch. Casey! Casey! I opened my eyes. I wasn't standing on the porch. I was sitting in a bed in a dim room. The damp smell of must flooded over me. A dim beeping sound came from somewhere in the shadows. Casey. I turned to see a figure in the shadows, sitting at the computer. I'm back? What are you talking about? I pulled myself up further. My forehead suddenly itched. I reached my hand up to scratch. My fingers brushed wires instead of skin. Yeah, I just pulled you out of the simulation. The voice was gravelly, low, familiar. No! The man stood up and walked towards me. His large nose, short dark hair illuminated in the light. Dan. He smiled. See, I knew it wouldn't take long. You're a grass is greener kind of girl. You said you wish you'd married Tommy. So I gave you that. And then, only 2 days into the simulation, you told him you wish you'd married me. He broke into laughter. Tommy is a self-righteous asshole, isn't he? My blood ran cold. The memories flooded back in pieces. The wedding to Dan, the fight only a few weeks after. You're a liar and a creep. I wish I'd married Tommy. What happened after that? I don't remember. I dragged you down here and started the simulation. He frowned. I'm surprised you don't remember that. You were thrashing and yelling quite a bit. My heart dropped. Then I leapt out of the bed, tore the wires from my forehead, ran up the stairs. I heard his yells behind me, his thundering footsteps. I yanked the door open. Then I disappeared into the snowy night. And that was an oldie but a goodie by BlairDaniels, the Love Simulator. And, extra long video for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed, or this afternoon, or whenever you listen to it. Yippee-ki-yay, Musey lovers. I will talk to you real soon, and I hope you enjoyed this extra long video to make up for some delay in the entertainment. Let me entertain you. Until then, I will talk to you soon. Bye now.